What if your home could feel like a quiet, sun-drenched dream, where every corner whispers elegance and calm, waiting to welcome you home? Sunlight spills softly across the cool marble floor, wrapping the entrance in a gentle glow that feels both grand and intimate. The pale cream walls seem to hum with quiet warmth, reflecting light that dances off the black lacquered console and gilded mirror. Everything feels poised and calm, like stepping into a carefully composed photograph of a life lived with grace. The high ceiling and simple molding make the space feel open yet sheltered, as if the house itself is taking a deep breath. Walking into the living room feels like slipping into a perfectly tailored coat, smooth, elegant, and deeply comforting. The tall French windows let in a wash of spring daylight that slides across the marble, softening the edges of the gray sofas and the black lacquered table. The air feels calm, unhurried, carrying the faint scent of fresh linen and polished stone. Every surface feels lived in yet refined, like a room that invites long conversations and quiet afternoons. The family room feels like the cozy heart of the house, where the same light lands differently, softer, and more intimate. The matte rugs and velvet sofa cradle you into a sense of ease, while the black lacquered media unit adds a touch of quiet drama. The sunlight filters through sheer linen curtains, casting gentle stripes across the floor and warming the cream walls. It's a place that feels forgiving, like it wraps around you after a long day, letting you exhale and simply be. In the dining room, light feels ceremonial, falling across the black lacquered table and highlighting the grain of the chair's velvet. The air carries a sense of anticipation, as if every meal here is a quiet celebration. The cream walls and high ceiling make the space feel grand yet intimate, like a private salon designed for lingering dinners and easy laughter. The garden view through the tall windows adds a soft, living backdrop, turning meals into moments that feel both grounded and elevated. The kitchen feels bright and alive, full of movement even when it's still. Sunlight bounces off the white countertop and marble floor, catching small reflections in the black lacquered cabinet fronts. The air carries the faint promise of coffee and fresh herbs, mingling with the clean scent of polished stone. The tall glass windows make the room feel connected to the outdoors, as if the garden is always just outside, ready to be invited in. It's a space that feels energized but never frantic, like it's always quietly humming. The breakfast nook feels like a little oasis of morning light, where the skylight pours a soft pool of sun onto the table and chairs. The black lacquered table gleams subtly, reflecting the pale walls and the warm glow of the marble floor. The banquette invites you to sink in with a cup of coffee and a book, while the tall glass cabinet glimmers with porcelain and glass. The air feels crisp and hopeful, as if every morning here starts with a small, quiet promise of calm and clarity. The home office feels like a quiet sanctuary, where the light falls in a clear rectangle across the black lacquered desk. The cream walls and high ceiling make the room feel focused, yet unhurried, as if time slows down just enough to let ideas breathe. The black metal legs of the chair and the velvet seat cradle you in comfort, while the glass of the window frames the soft blur of the garden. It's a place that feels inspiring but never imposing, like it's designed to hold your thoughts rather than your stress. The reading room feels like a tucked-away retreat, where the light filters through tall glass doors and settles softly on the bookshelves. The cream walls and black lacquered furniture feel quietly luxurious, like a private library from a film. The velvet armchairs invite you to curl up, while the low coffee table seems to hold the hush of unread stories. The air feels calm and still, carrying the faint scent of paper and polished wood, as if the room exists just to let you disappear into a book and the soft light. The indoor lounge near the kitchen feels warm and inviting, like a place where everyone naturally gravitates. The curved sofa and black lacquered credenza anchor the room, while the tall windows let in a steady stream of sunlight. The cream walls and high ceiling make the space feel airy, yet the velvet textures bring a sense of hush and comfort. The light feels alive, dancing across the floor and walls, as if the room is always waiting for a quiet conversation or a shared cup of tea. The sunroom feels like a bridge between the house and the garden, where the light wraps around you like a soft embrace. The glass walls catch the spring sun and reflect it down onto the marble floor, blurring the line between inside and outside. The ceiling feels open and light, held by the thin black metal beam that echoes the rest of the house. The velvet daybed and stools feel like invitations to linger, to feel the warmth on your skin and the gentle green of the garden just beyond the glass. The lounge by the terrace feels like a quiet corner of the house that's always ready to welcome you. The tall glass doors open onto smooth stone, letting the terrace light spill in and blur the boundary between indoors and out. The cream walls and high ceiling make the space feel serene, while the velvet armchairs and black lacquered table feel like quiet luxuries. The air carries a soft, woody scent, mingling with the warmth of the marble underfoot, as if the room exists just to let you pause and breathe. The courtyard-facing lounge feels like a private world, where the light filters down from the skylight and washes everything in a soft, even glow. The black lacquered screen and sofa sit in quiet harmony, their dark surfaces softened by the pale cream walls. The courtyard view through the glass adds a living frame, as if the garden is always there, silently watching over the room. The marble floor feels cool beneath your feet, grounding you in the space, while the air feels still and calm, like every moment here is gently held. This kind of space isn't about perfection, it's about intention. A home that feels both refined and alive, where light, color, and quiet luxury come together to gently lift your everyday moments into something softer, slower, and more beautiful.